Welcome back to my channel, My Fish and I. Today's video is going to be discussing an update, basically piranha versus my Oscars. Around 2 years ago I posted a video in the shorts on the piranha versus Oscars, and my friends always say, how come you don't post no videos about the piranhas? And I'm going to explain why. Yes, I still have the piranhas, yes, and I still have the Oscars, and they're still in the same tanks. When I played that video, it was literally 1 Oscar. Now I have 2 Oscars and 12 piranhas, and even a cichlid that survived that I was supposed to be the piranha's food. Everybody get into this thing. You're keeping fish, you want to have piranha probably because of the 2010 movie came out, Piranha. They were vicious little animals. You can put them in a tank and you're gonna see them eat in this feeding frenzy. Yeah, that's not it. Piranha is not as aggressive as they want you to think. They're literally very skittish fish. And everybody say you keep these Oscars with the piranha, they're gonna die. Look, Oscar still alive. In fact, I got 2 Oscars now, and they've been living together for over 2 years now. Piranha, to me, kind of boring. They just swim around, they're skittish, they're literally scared most of the time, and most of the time they don't even eat the thing that you want them to eat. It seems like my piranha rather eat pellets literally than murdering another fish. The Oscars, I feel one guy in the comments said, oh, they're in a little tank. Tank's not small, it's because the tank's on the floor. The best angle is probably the side panel that I viewed it. So in this video I kind of give a bigger view of how big the tank's, like 200 gallon for 12 piranhas, red belly piranhas, and 2 big ass Oscars. They're good, trust me. As long as the people ask in the comments and how you keep them together. One, you just gotta give them the Oscar a place that they can retreat, because most of the time the piranha probably gonna attack at the light in the night when the light's out. So I basically give them a big pot so the Oscars at night literally sleeps in there. And look at the Oscar, there's hardly any fin damage on the albino Oscar, because as you see, they're swimming. The piranha run away from them. Even when I'm cleaning, people say, how you clean the tank? I push my hand in there. The piranha are curious fish, especially the leader will swim and see if it's food, and you wave around the stuff, changing the water, they literally just swim to the other side of the tank. My Oscar swim anywhere in the tank. I even have a cichlid in there that it was supposed to be their food, and they've been living in there for almost 2 years now. He's not even afraid of the piranhas. The Oscar will basically fight amongst each other from time to time. They don't even bother the piranha. Oscars are very intelligent fish. Oscars and piranhas literally from the same river basin in the Amazon. So if they could survive in the wild together, they can survive in an aquarium together. So I don't contrary what everybody think these piranhas are a vicious little animal that's gonna bite off your fingers if you put your hands in the water. All they do is swim around side to side. To me, they're kind of boring. When the odd time you throw something in there and they eat it, that's all people keep it for the frenzy. When the leader actually get brave enough and just grab on it, they eat like a pack animal, like a pack of friggin' hyenas, and they're just ripping everything like 2 crocodile, like smashing shit apart. But other than that, they're skittish. You walk by the tank and they run away. Me, they get used to me because I'm always walking by the tank, so they're not as probably scared in the beginning now that they was in the beginning. In the beginning, I didn't even like these fish because I just walk by, they're jumping like they're having a heart attack. I just turn on the lights, they're having a heart attack. They're bumping up against the glass, swimming all over the goddamn place. And I'm like, yo, are you guys supposed to be some big bad wolf, man? Like a pack of animal, anything go in the tank is supposed to get murdered? Nah. Oscars, on the other hand, they're very, very intelligent fish. My first fish that I got into this hobby was because of an Oscar, and he was probably like 13, 14 years old. He passed away this summer. That's still my favorite fish of all time. So I had, it was an older fish, so I said, you know what, I'd get some more Oscars because having them is great joy. They come, they recognize you, they're very intelligent fish. You can pet them, you can hand feed them, unlike the piranhas. Piranhas are skittish. You say boo, they run. They're scared of you more than you're afraid of them. So I just think it's because of the movie they have a bad reputation. Look at this. This is a cichlid they should have ate 2 years ago, and he's still living there. He's swimming among them. He's not even worried about them. And they're supposed to be vicious little predator. I'm here swimming. They're more interested in the camera than even interested in eating the fish. Even the other day, one of my discus died. I said, okay, you know what? Free food. Let me just throw it in the piranha tank. Voila. Ate these bastards like probably 2 days to finish eating the fish. So I think maybe my piranhas are vegetarian because they're more interested in eating vegetables when I throw in there from time to time when I'm giving my Oscar some peas and stuff. They'll eat that too. So they're not as vicious as their reputation make them out to be. Oscars hold their own. When the piranhas, the piranha won't swim past this rock because, as I show you, this is the Oscar's territory. Look, there's another fish they're supposed to eat. They bite him up, beat him up, and he's still there because all these other little fishes, they're smart. They know to go into Oscar territory because my Oscars I never fed them feeders, so they don't really care about eating other fish. So they know that once they hide there, the piranha can't come over there because the Oscar will hold their own. Oscars are omnivores, they eat the pellets, they eat fruits, they eat vegetables, they eat stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But as I said, they'll eat worms, they'll eat insects, they'll eat all the stuff, but mine, I don't feed them feeders, so I don't, because a lot of time if you feed them those nasty goldfish, you're gonna have hole in the head of the disease. So don't feed your Oscars goldfish that they feed as feeders because they're the worst type of fish you can feed. They're actually fish. There's no nutrition value, and a lot of them are filled with parasite. Not even my piranha will do that to them and feed them feeders. Most of the fish that I feed, if I'm trying to feed my piranhas, are of my fish because I have an extensive amount of yellow lab and I breed a lot of fish. So if one of them gets sick or one of them is not the color morph that I wanted, I'll just throw it in the piranha tank and give them a treat to eat. But basically most of the time they're eating pellets anyways, and they seem very content and happy eating those stuff. Time to time I'll feed them some clams and some shrimps and some squid, and they'll eat those stuff as well. But they're not as vicious as people trying to make them out to be. Yeah, in the wild, the piranhas, they eat a lot of things, people. They eat aquatic and land animals. In the water, some they eat fish. They eat snakes, insects, lizards, rodents, and dead fish, and dead animal. But it seems like mine, I got some vegetarian piranha because all they do seem like they only love their pellets. They're not vicious. And as I tell you, man, they're kind of boring. That's why I don't really make video unless it's about their a feeding frenzy, and that could last from 30 seconds and so forth. So there's not much content to put on the piranha. If you see most people with piranha videos, they literally just focus on the feeding because they're skittish until they get comfortable with you. When you go to the right side of the tank, they're swimming to the left side of the tank. They're the scared little skittish fish, but once they get comfortable with you, they'll swim up to you and it won't be a problem. But it'll take like literally like you visiting the tank often so they get used to you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, they're not the little vicious thing. They have a little bulldog face and they're pretty in their red belly and a little shimmer in their scales, but there's not much interest in these things. As I said, it was popularized by that movie 2010. You thought you get some piranha, yo, you're gonna watch them eat everything, man. It's gonna just destroy it. Yeah, it'll destroy it once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day is, I remember those were the reason why you as a young man, you're gonna think about getting these fish. I literally get them, like, you know what, they're gonna be like my garbage disposal in the fish room. If a fish die, I just return it to nature, you know what I'm saying? Just literally let them do their thing, eat it, and at least nothing go on waste in the fish room. But sometimes they eat them, sometimes they don't. You know what I'm saying? It depends. And I'm not a person who feed them all the time. I probably feed them once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? So when it come in regards to that, look, like here, this is a feeding frenzy. I put in a Geo Vegas. And as you see, once the leader come in the pack, usually the biggest one is the leader of the pack, he'll chase him around, then boom, bam, they got him, split him in two. This is why people like them. Split him in two, getting like a pack animal, boom, 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 got him. And literally that's gonna last for not even 30 seconds. Look, they're done. They decimated him. But other than that, their little razor sharp teeth. One thing I'll tell you though, do not put a power head or a heater in the tank, because I had piranha before and I see nobody on the internet is saying this. They literally bit the cord of the power head and electrocute themselves. And when I saw them float up, I literally look at Red. Look at Food. Food isn't scared of them. He's actually trying to get in the frenzy. And look, 2.5 years he lived with them. He's not afraid of them. He's in the middle of the tank trying to get some of the food too with them. And all they do is chase him off and he goes where the Oscar is for safety. You know what I'm saying? So cichlids maybe not the best feeder because they're very smart fish. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you next thing. I threw another yellow lab in there a couple days ago. I was trying to get another feeding frenzy in. And 2 days later, the yellow lab is still there. Still surviving. So I realized maybe the cichlids, they're not the best feeder fish for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful, because if you're putting electric stuff in it like power heads and heater in there, they might bite you. They might bite it, electrocute themselves. I saw them floating up and I'm wondering like, yo, what's going on? Like, I literally just did a water change a day before and I'm like, everything's good. So what's going on? When I put my hand to take them out, I almost electrocute myself. So from that, this tank doesn't have a heater and it doesn't have no power head in it for that reason, because I don't want to go through that again. You know what I'm saying? I managed to save like probably 2 of them out of that before I had to recolonize them again. You know, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of boring fish to me, but the Oscar now on the other end, they make great pets. But the thing is, they grow fast. So you need a big tank for these Oscars, because Oscars are like puppies, man. They're like the puppies in the aquarium. They recognize you. They're intelligent. They'll come up. You can pet them. I had one Oscar for like 13, 14 years. That was still my favorite fish. He passed away this summer, and always a sad memory because literally that fish was my first fish that got me into the hobby, and it been such a good fish to me. You know, I could have pet him, I could have hand feed him, and as I said, look, I put this yellow lab in for them to eat. The yellow lab, they gather around the yellow lab, being curious, trying to chase him around, and boom, you thought it was gonna be another feeding frenzy? No, the yellow lab does boop, bop, boom, escape, ditch them, go over all. Look at that, you're not even in the tank for 30 seconds, and he literally knew how to maneuver, get away, and he retreat in the Oscars territory. Which my Oscars, they don't really bother the other fishes like that. And don't feed your Oscars or your piranha those feeder goldfish. They're the worst type of fish, as I said. I don't know if I said it again, I want to say it again. They're the worst type of feeder fish because they're filled with parasites, and you're gonna just give hold in the head in your fish, and it's gonna make your fish sick. So as I say, you see the Oscar, they stay in their territory, the piranha stay in their territory. As long as you give the Oscar a nice place to hide, they will find their very much safe space, and literally the piranha can't mess with them. Oscars are predatory fish as well in the wild. They're both from the same Amazon basin. They feed, Oscar feed on friggin' fish. They feed on catfish, they'll eat crustacean, they eat insect larvae, they capture their prey, and they basically, how they eat is like a suction thing. They just suck them up in their mouths, and that's how they eat. They don't have teeth like piranha, but they can hold their own because they're intelligent. You know what I'm saying? They're very intelligent fish. That's why they can literally hold their own against the piranha because of that intelligent. Look, they're still trying to hunt down the yellow lab. Say, yellow labs, I can't touch this. And that was an injured yellow lab that got beat up by my Fahaka puffer. So I decided, you know what, I'll just make him and give the Oscar, the piranhas a nice treat. And these guys chase him around, and 2 days later he's still alive. Who knows? Maybe in a week they'll figure out how to trap him and eat him. But the yellow lab already learned that just go into Oscar's territory and he'll be fine. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes towards versus the Oscar versus piranha, as long as they're not gonna fight, man. They'll go have their little squabbles. If you look at my Oscars, their finnage they're good. There are hardly any bite marks on their fin. If you look at my piranha, it's the same thing. Their finnage are perfect. Look, yellow labs back out. Didn't have enough. Imagine you have your food not afraid of you, and you're a hunter. It's like a lion, and the gazelle keep taunting the lion because he ain't afraid. So when it comes towards these fish, they're not as vicious as these fish. The only highlight of keeping them is literally the feeding frenzy, because they're eating like a pack of wild animals, just devouring something, and how fast they eat it. But for the most part, you gotta wait so long. Most of the time they don't want to do it in front of you. They'll run around the tank, they're gonna be hide. You go left, they go right. And it's not a fish that I think people don't get, that it's not a fish that you can really enjoy like that, like as a pet. You know what I'm saying? So as I just have it for, like, as I said, the garbage disposal in my fish room, instead of me wasting stuff. If a fish died, I just give them to eat. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they don't even do it. So then I have to take the fish out and just bury it in the garden. At least the plants does their job and eat it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes towards the stuff like that, it's a letdown, man. To be honest, it's a letdown. The Oscars are better pets. They know you, they recognize their owner, they know when you're gonna feed them. You can pet them on their head, they'll eat out of your hands. They're very intelligent fish and they know their owner. Look, my Oscar is swimming out in the wide open. All right, look at the finnage. Look at those finnage. Beautiful finnage. Once they come out, the piranha usually just go to their side. Go to their side, you know? Go to their side. Just hold their territory and there's nothing to do. The piranha just swims around. Swim around, that's all they do. Yeah, in some of the states too, piranha are banned, especially the states. So you gotta be careful which state you're from to own these, because especially the warmer states, you don't want people get tired of them because they're boring and put them in the river basin and then decimate the ecology. You know what I'm saying? Because most times a good portion, people don't understand, a good portion of a piranha diet in the wild, it's consistent of fin nipped of the tail of larger fish. Yeah, a lot of the thing is they're eating fish tail. They ain't decimating the whole fish. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly tails of a larger fish. You know what I'm saying? And they take some bite off the flesh or a whole little fish or invertebrates, and even plant matter some of them eat, like fruits and ripe figs. So when it comes towards that, you try to give them a variety of diet mixed with greens, protein, micronutrients. You know what I'm saying? So they're not as vicious as people make them see. Seeing this tank, because the Oscar been surviving with them. It's not even surviving, striving, because these Oscars even bred together in this tank. That's how they low fry and scoop them out. You know what I'm saying? And literally, as I tell you, I have a feeder, a cichlid in there for 2.5 years. They were supposed to be the piranha food, but literally, cichlids are smart, so they'll know where to hide. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time they're more aggressive when the lighting is more subdued. In the wild, it's dusk and dawn, the piranha hunt. The smaller ones are usually more visible in the daytime. So I guess it meant they're just being piranhas, but people have different expectations of them, you know? So that's why I don't really feature it in the channel, because I don't find them as literally any that much interest in the feed other than the feeding. Nah, they're literally kind of boring, to be honest. I rather the Oscar. And when it comes towards fighting, piranha ain't taking down no bigger fish, man. They ain't taking down a fish like that. They'll just stress them out, bite their fins and stuff like that, and they just basically take what they can get. I remember even in this video, man, I got a discus. One of my discus died, and I said, yo, you know what? At least they're gonna get a nice premium meal. They should know what this fish is, because they're both from the Amazon. They should recognize this fish. And so discus dead, so it's not even like he could have fought back anyways. And boy, that was a next story, how to get them to eat this fish. It was frustrating. It was paid with my patience and my emotions. So meanwhile, the Oscars, as you can see, every morning when I come to feed them, they come up to the tank. They know I'm their owner. They eat their food. They stay through their time. They're happy to see you. Pet them on the head, as I can say. They're very personable. That's why their nickname is like the puppy at the aquarium. And a lot of them now, they get large quick. That's what people don't get. In 1 year, the Oscar can go to a foot. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have a large enough tank to house these beasts. Even though they're very pretty when they're young, but they're a very good commitment, and they live for a very long a long time. Some of them can live up to 20 years. My first Oscar was literally 13, 14 years old when it died. So it's a long-term commitment. He's the one that got me into the hobby. I got him, didn't know nothing, put him in a friggin' low fit tank, and I keep after getting more tanks, more tank, till eventually I got a 350 gallon, because they keep growing big and they build big fast. As you see, look at the Oscar. The Oscars are unbothered by the piranha. They swim out. They're more squabble about each other in time when the piranha avoids them. As long as they just stay in their area, they have no problems. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes towards owning these fish, you gotta know what to expect. As I tell you, they're just as I said, my garbage disposal in the hobby. So if I have any sick fish, have any die fish, any wounded fish, because here in Canada ain't no medicine. So either you're gonna decide you're gonna go create your own medicine, or you're gonna euthanize the fish and feed them to the piranha. Is my way of euthanizing them. And sometimes it doesn't even work because the piranha doesn't eat them. So then that's that. You just take it out and put it in the garden, man. Just return it a way of nature. I remember I read something that in 1972 they did a study in the red-bellied piranha, and they found that most of the time in the lab, when they're attacking the goldfish, they literally attack the prey's tail or its eyes. That's mostly what it goes for. And as they see in the video, when they feed it, they're going for the tails. So I guess they use it to immobilize the fish. It's a useful tactics. If they get to mobilize the fish, they can't move, then they get a nice little meal. What people don't know is sometimes you hear them, they make like a barking noise. You make a barking noise, so you hear something in your tank like this, like a barking, some weird sound coming from your tank. It's probably a red-bellied piranha. You don't even realize that. It's like a low grunt tub sound that they make. Well, most people don't. When I did some research, because every time you're in the basement, I go down, sometimes I hear this weird sound, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And when I did some research, apparently they make two sounds using their slim bladder, a gas containing organ that keep that fish afloat, right? The piranha contact relax the muscle, and it makes that kind of different frequency sound. So they do communicate. I guess they have this, probably using that type of communication, how to take down their prey. I guess they do communicate in the water sometimes. So maybe they're not as dumb as I think they are still. But as I said, so listen, when the piranha, the other fish back down, man, the piranha will usually back down. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that deep. And in the wild, listen, man, they run in pack because they're cowards. You know, it's pack for safety, because all those other crocodile, the caimans will hunt them down. So at least when they're in pack, they have safety. They're not the baddest thing in the river. You know what I'm saying? They get hunted by birds. They get hunted by crocodile. They get hunted by other fish that's in. So once they keep a pack in a nice large pack, at least they have safety in numbers. You know, usually cowards run in pack for safety, you know, but that's why they act like such a vicious fish, and they hunt in packs, right? Because if they're by themselves, most time they ain't taking, these red-bellied piranha ain't taking down no larger foe, man. And it's literally, as I tell you, I noticed this behavior when they were in the tank by themselves. They don't even stroll together or school together. They're swimming all over the place. But once I put the Oscar in the tank, literally, you see the schooling behavior, the shoaling behavior, they swim together. As you can see, they're always swimming together. You know what I'm saying? Look at that bulldog looking face with those teeth. You know what I'm saying? So they only put themselves in safety for at numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not no apex predator that people want to think they are. You know what I'm saying? Birds kill them in the wild. Caimans, the dolphins, all the large fish. The Amazon, they ain't a place to play with. You know what I'm saying? So they have to shoal together to trying to literally survive. You know, it's a survival tactics. That's why they're shoaling together. If you notice, the larger fish are usually towards the center, the younger ones at the outer edge of the corner when they swim to get safety. You know what I'm saying? So in captivity, that fish is still shoal together and calmly responds to stimulate a predator attack. You know what I'm saying? But the piranha, there's an Oscar in the other hand. Look how beautiful they are, man. As you can tell, I love the Oscars and not so fan of the piranha. But for some reason, the two most dangerous piranha are considered literally the black piranha and the red-bellied piranha. And they're the most dangerous and aggressive towards human. But I never heard in South America a swimmer emerged from a pack-infested water piranha lost any life. Look how nice the Oscar look, man. Look at those finnage. Look at that beautiful fish, man. As I said, so it's all a myth that they're so scared of them. Because even when I'm cleaning the tank, I put my entire hand in the tank, clean it. They just swim to the other side. Sometimes they even swim next to me, bump me. You just don't want to corner them, because a cornered animal is still a animal and still got teeth. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you don't disturb them, you don't corner them. But if you put your hand to wipe the glass, they literally swim to the other side and they don't even bother you. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So as long as they're well fed, period, food ain't scarce, you don't disturb them that much. Basically, the situation, the fish is not going to bother you. You know what I'm saying? They're fed 1 to 2 times a week. They ain't that hungry, and I give them a nice meal in that one day, and at the end of the day, they're good. I even tried, because I know they're attracted when I was feeding them. I tried it so much madness when I was trying to feed them the dead discus. I tried splashing it because they're supposed to be reacting to noise. I tried splashing the water. I tried using a thong and literally like flap the fish around. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I didn't try to put drop of blood, smelling blood in the water. That's the only thing I didn't try to do. You know what I'm saying? To see if it would stimulate their aggressive nature. But other than that, nah. Even in the Amazon, the people them literally eat them. So human even eat them. They grill them and put them in soup. So not even the humans are afraid of them that live in the Amazon. You know what I'm saying? About the piranha. You know, as you can see in this video, man, Oscars them are swimming about. They're minding their own business. Even food, their food they should have ate 2.5 years ago, minding their own business. And sometimes these red-bellied piranha, man, could be, I think, very disappointing. But so you have to tell your expectations and what to expect. They're not these monstrous, gonna kill everything like the movie wants you to think. You know what I'm saying? But you're still interested in the behavior, because once you see the freedom frenzy, which lasts very shortly if you get to see it, it's kind of cool. But then you get over it real quick. You know what I'm saying? So all those people that say, oh, you can't put the Oscars and the piranha together, oh, the Oscar is gonna die. Now, if they were surviving in the wild, they can survive in your fish tank as long as you set it up properly, as long as you give them enough space. You know what I'm saying? You give them, it's a large fish tank, they have their own territory. You give the Oscar somewhere to retreat in the night, everything's fine. The Oscar come out and swim around the piranha. To be frank, the Oscar is more the instigator in this tank than the piranha. You know what I'm saying? The Oscars are intelligent fish. They know to keep their distance, keep their space, watch their back. That's why, especially when they have two of them, it's easy. They watch each other's back. And the piranhas, opportunistic hunters. You know what I'm saying? They usually just like to go after the tail or the eyes of bigger fish or any fish. That's how they try to take them down. They try to immobilize you. But once you survive it, you're good. Look at my Oscars finish. Hardly any damage on them. They're beautiful. Look at them. They're swimming in the tank. Not afraid of the piranha. They're looking at them. The piranhas are going in their little corner. The Oscars watching them. And then they swim back to their section of the tank. And that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. But as I say, man, the Oscars is a species of fish. Very, very intelligent. It's a very good pet, but you really have to have a large tank, because at least, I say, man, I at least have a 125, man. I at least have a 6-foot tank for the Oscars. They deserve it, man. Then see you, it was one of the best fish you'll ever own. They give you the aggressive behavior. If you get some healthy feeder fish and you watch them, the Oscar is more vicious. If you get some like rats, throw them in, the Oscar will gobble them up, man, because they're unlike the piranha that will try to strip your flesh and eat you up like that and bite you up. Oscar has this thing, they just gulp you up, man. They like literally just suck the thing in. If you see it, it's kind of cool. You just suck the fish in and try to swallow it all. You know what I'm saying? They're vicious like that. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'd rather the Oscar, but the thing is, the Oscar, if you and the piranha feel safer in a school of them, you know what I'm saying? So you still have to get a big tank for the piranha and the Oscar. So this is where I try to know, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give them some premium meal. One of my discus passed away. I'm like, yo, you're gonna get premium food today. You guys should recognize this food because it's from the same river basin. I have my hand, I'm flapping it around. I'm like trying to stimulate, splashing the water to see if they're gonna get aggressive and get happy to come eat this food. Bruh. Look at them, look at them. They're watching me, swimming around. So I say, all right, maybe you're afraid of me. So I just drop the fish in the tank to say, you know what? Maybe now they can go on a frenzy, on a feeding frenzy. Spoiler alert, is a huge disappointment, man. At this point, everybody know I'm not a low patient guy, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something else, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get this on a video because I literally wanted to see it myself, how they're gonna, the fish, the discus is a little thin fish, so I can only imagine they should be decimating that in literally like 5 to 10 seconds, like bam, you know what I'm saying? So that was my rationale. I'm like, I gotta get this on video. So I tried everything to try to get this footage, and boy, I tell you, these little creatures test my sanity and my patience. This is the next part of the story of how the piranha almost made me lose my mind. So I decided, all right, throw it in the tank, flopping it around, you ain't doing nothing. So I throw it in the tank now and say, you know what, let me leave it alone, give you guys some space. You ain't doing nothing. So I got some stongs. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hold it in. I'm literally trying to stimulate like there's an injured fish swimming around. These guys swim close, so I'm like, yo, it's gonna happen now. I'm gonna catch this on the video. Yo, it's gonna happen. The leader coming and smelling the fish in the water. They literally coming close. I'm feeling optimistic at this point. I'm like, yo, it's going down. I'm gonna capture it. Then I see the little bastard swim away. I'm like, what's going on? You guys haven't ate in 1 week, so I know you're hungry. So you guys should be decimating this. Because apparently if you don't feed them enough, they're gonna be predating on each other. They're gonna kill the weakest piranha and eat them. Man, I guess even that would have been a good footage to see if that happened. So now I'm there. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? I know you guys are hungry. You haven't ate nothing. I know you're supposed to recognize this fish because it's from the Amazon too. You know what I'm saying? He's in the river basin. So it's not like it's a yellow lab that I'm like, fine, these cichlids are too smart for you. So I'm like, okay, maybe you like it higher. I start waving this thing from side to side. I think I'm doing a good job too, man. Like, I can see this thing looking like it's swimming. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna happen this time. I'm still optimistic, man. I see them coming up and yo, the pack leader is leading the pack. They look cautiously coming up, looking kind of scared. As they approach, he swim up. I'm like, all right. I'm stimulating, I'm holding it. I'm swinging it side to side a little bit. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna catch this. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna create a video, piranha versus discus. I'm like, yo, I know people will watch that. Yeah. I'm not a patient guy. These guys were testing my patience. At this point, my hand is hurt. My right hand is hurting me because I'm holding this up. I'm like, what the hell? Just take one bite and I'll just leave you guys alone. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave you to do your thing. So at this time, man, my hand's tired. I'm like, yo, let me just, yo, you know what? Let me just drop this bastard in the thing. They're close enough now. Let me see if they're going to do their thing. So I just drop the fish while I stretch out my hand from holding this crap. And trust me, man, it's like me cutting out some of this video because it was there for a while. At one point, I just put down the tripod and left. I'm like, nah, man. Look at that. I'm like, yo, that's perfect stimulation of a fish, an injured fish swimming on the side. I'm like, yo, this guy's dead. I'm like, yo, I can't believe the fish is actually like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like looking good. These guys know something is in the water. They're swimming underneath the food. I'm like, yo, what is these idiots doing? Look up. No. They're swimming there, oblivious that their meal is above them. This is another frustration of owning these creatures. Yeah. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Like, I'm pointing the camera to even see if the thing is still there. Yeah, it's still there. They're still below it. They're still oblivious of where it's located. They just know they're in their corner. They can sniff something in the water. But this dumbass pack leader can't even lead his troops to go decimate their food. Premium meals. So I'm like, okay, put it in my left hand. Let's try to help them out. I never tried so hard to feed a damn fish in my life. I'm flapping it around like an idiot. Flapping it from side to side. Come, piranha, come have your dinner. And bro, these little bastards are so scared of the dead fish. They literally swam over to the Oscar territory. The Oscar is wondering, like, what's going on with these idiots? And I'm saying, okay, put it back in the tank. They're coming. Nope, they turn. I'm like, okay, swinging side to side. Swinging it side to side. And I'm thinking, nah, man, come on, man. In the jaws, man, you just make some splashes, man. They can sense this. They're gonna come hunt you down and take you down to the max. So I'm like, you know what? Swimming side to side is probably not gonna work. Maybe it's scaring them. So you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm just going to probably hold it still and try that approach and see how that works out. Because as you see, me swimming from side to side, they're so scared. They're so scared they literally gone over to the enemy's territory. I'm surprised. I'm probably the Oscar down there boxing them up and they're warring down there. But at that point is I don't have no time to go down there and switch the camera angle, because I'm like, this is the food and this is what you need to come eat. But of course, these scary cannibals are not doing nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay still. Yo, once I start staying still now, they start coming closer. So I'm like, yo, this is it, man. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna catch this on the video, man. I'm gonna catch them and I'm going to catch them eat the discus. So I see the pack leader. He's kind of curious. Licky Ricky in the back kind of curious. It's like, yo, I should come and bite. There's some eyes or some tails, you know? He's looking curious. They're coming a little closer. I'm trying to stay still while my hand is shaking. I'm like, oh my God. I try to say, yo, I'm not a patient man. I made that mistake to try to stimulate them again and shake it left to right. They retreat back to the enemy's territory. So I messed that up again. I'm like, oh my goodness. We're back to square one. At this point, my frustration level is back, but I'm like, yo, I'm dedicated to the cause to catch this bass boy on video for the audience. I'm gonna really just own in on my patience right now, man. Meanwhile, inside, I'm like, yo, I just want to take a big ass sledgehammer, break the tank, and smash all 12 of them in the head. But I said, nope, I'm gonna do it for the camera, man. I'm gonna be patient. It's going down. I know you guys didn't eat for 1 week, so I know you hungry. So at the end of the day, let me see what you got to do. Crickets. Them bastards retreating the corner. They're over there. I'm losing hope again. Hands start shaking up in there. I'm like, yo, bun this. I'm gonna go and just hook it, put it on some weight, and drop it in the tank and leave that bad boy and see how they react. I said, maybe they can see me and they're scared of me. Drop it in. These little cowards retreat back to the enemy's territory. Oh, Oscars are down there slapping them up. Anyway, so I'm like, yo, this is gonna be it now. Now I'm gonna back away, put on my lie down, put some plastic bag like I'm staking out in the forest hunting a wild animal so they won't see me. At this point, if you guys could see me, I'm looking ridiculous. So I'm lying down in disguise, put the camera up, and I'm like, yeah, they're gonna come now, man. They're gonna come for this dinner. I'm very optimistic. Yeah, these boring fish are still in the Oscar's corner getting beat up. So I'm like, whoa, this is why I don't like them. So now all of a sudden they swim around. I'm like, yo, this is it. I cut that part of the video. I'm like, yo, this is it. Boom, boom, boom. It's gonna happen. All 12 of them gather around the thing. The pack leader coming up to the camera. I'm gonna get this feeding frenzy and I can call it a day. At least I can't cuss them out not doing the garbage disposal in the fish room. The leader come up there with his red ass belly and bulldog face, looking at the thing. I say, what's this? I say, it's your damn food. It's your dinner. Come on and eat it. I try to wipe it around. I try to case still. I try to hold it. I try to swim side to side. I never try to make a fish eat so bad. He come close. I'm like, yeah. At this point, I'm like, yeah, it's going down. I try to adjust the camera so I get every angle. These little bastards turn their back to me. I'm like, yo, they're playing with my emotions at this point. I'm like, yo, I know they're doing this on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling salty, but I'm like, nah. Patient, man. Patience gonna happen. Yo, they're coming up closer to the food. There's a pack leader sending the little punk ass to come up there and come think. Then they turn their back again. I said, what the hell is going on with these fish? I said, these vegetarian piranha don't want to do nothing. Your one job is to eat dead fish. God, you can't even do that right. So I'm like, all right. You turn them around. You're turning them around. Second in command is turn. Oh my goodness, this little bastard swim away. I'm like, come on, don't be shy. This is premium meal. This ain't no cheap food. There ain't no cheap ass pellet. This is prime time delicacy. You never taste this fish before, or maybe your mama and your granddaddy did, but you didn't because you're probably raised in an aquarium. So yo, it should be in your instinct, and your ass should be enjoying what your ancestors used to love to eat. Yeah, get up, come on closer, man. I'm like, yeah, it's going down, baby. I'm still feeling good. I'm lying down on my belly with my trash garbage bag over my head. I'm like, yo, this is all worth it, man. I'm in stealth mode. I'm feeling like a ninja. I'm gonna catch these red belly bastards eating up this discus. I'm gonna post it on YouTube. It's gonna get some hits. Man, boy, was I wrong. Man, look at him. Look at his little coward's ass. Look at him. Look at the punk ass up there. Your food's over there. You guys congregating like you're friggin' clicking and having a meeting before you guys eating. Like, what's going on up in here? I'm like, this is why I don't like you guys. It doesn't hurt my feelings every time I try to make a video about you guys. It's just disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. I'm never gonna make another long video like this again, so I hope you guys enjoy it, because this is fun. This is why I don't feature them on the channel, man. I'm only gonna make short video when they feed, and that's it, because these little shenanigans they put me through. They test my patience, they test my emotions, and they just test my madness. So now at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, all right, this is a pack leader. You see the food. What are you doing? What? You're going the wrong way, you little bastard. Come on, you guys had your little meeting. Swim up and take a bite. Look at him. Look at the bulldog red belly ass. Look at him. You literally right there. It's right there for your little mouth to eat. And you literally just swam away slowly. The stubbornness in me don't want me to give up, don't want to quit, because I'm like, there's no way I have this premium food for you. I was even mad that this discus passed away, because I'm like, you know, this is an opportunity to see what they'll do in the Amazon when they catch a discus. I want to see how fast they eat this. I am freaking committed to making this video, which was driving me internally nuts because it's testing my patience. All I'm doing, man, I'm just they're chilling on my belly trying to get this shot. And I'm taking some deep breathing, because I'm like, nah, man, these fishes are unreal. I should just rehome your guys' asses. All right, then I'm like, yo, you're coming up. Here comes the leader. It's coming up. It's gonna happen. Try to adjust the camera. Swim away. Swim a fucking way. Swim away again. You know what I'm saying? I even zoom up and I said, yo, what's going on, man? Like, why they want to eat you, man? You got some disease? Like, yo, what's wrong with you? All right, then I'm like, yeah, no, that's going down. Like, oh, this was worth it. Take a bite, you little bastard. Take it. This guy look at me and swim away. At this point in my head, I'm like, yo, these fishes are doing this shit on purpose. They're, ooh, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, come on, all worth it. I'll forgive you. Swim away again. This is this vicious piranha that you guys see in the movie. Thought you're gonna go in the friggin' Amazon River and coming out like a friggin' Halloween skeleton. Nah, man, these are punks. I wish I had a abba knife. I'd have thrown the abba knife in there just to decimate all of them. Look at this. Look at it. Look at these punk asses. Look at them. Look at it. Look, this is their food. Look at them. I felt like at this point, man, I wanted to just pick up the discus and shove it in one of their mouth, man. That's what I wanted to do, man. I'm like, yo, nah, man. The stubbornness in me is like, yo, can't give up. The other side of me is like, yo, man, this is why we don't video these fish. Because of this same reason. Yeah, man. So, trying to tough it out. Here he comes again. The fish is lying down, waiting to be eaten. But of course, these piranhas just swimming over there in the Oscar's territory. I know it's causing them a lot of distress. How could you be afraid of your own food, man? That make no damn sense. So I'm like, yo, maybe, you know what, they're coming again. They ran away. Oh, no, nope, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. They come up again. It's like a tease, man. Hey, every time I think it's gonna happen, I get disappointed again. This is what I'm telling you, they're not vicious creatures. They're literally punks in a school. So I just say, man, at this time, man, I want to give up hope. So I'm like, you know what? I have one more idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take it out and change the location. Maybe if I put it a little bit like more in the middle of the tank, I'll see more action. Maybe because I'm just trying to rationalize all this scared ass behavior. Because I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I just live it up, put it in the middle of the tank because it's so close to the glass, you're just trying to convince yourself to do something. Then I'm like, oh, they're swimming up closer. You know what? Let me just stay still. Let's see if they're going to do it. It's the great letdown. They're swimming up with their bulldog face. Leader. I'm like, nah, man. Nah. Look at him. Look at him. So I'm like, nah. The best thing I should do is just remove it and just put it maybe more in the middle. Maybe they'll feel more comfortable and eat the fish. Because you can't make this up, man, because they're supposed to be vicious things. So you're thinking you drop something in it, like it's over. Nah, this is not expectations you should have with these fish, man. They're skittish. They're scared of their own. Look at it. They're scared of the dead fish. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, you know what? My patience running wild. I'm like, maybe I should just put it on the tripod, go do something else, because it's not gonna happen. At this point, you're trying to lose hope. You want to get the video. So I'm like, this is the best situation, the best solution I can do is just literally just leave it there, put it on the tripod. Maybe if my ass ain't there, they'll feel more comfortable in doing what piranha's supposed to do. Decimate flesh. So this is why one of the reason I don't feature them on the channel, because other than the feeding, which will last literally for 10 to 30 seconds, they're not fun fish. So when you're getting them and you're watching the 2010 Piranha movie and think that you're gonna get all this freedom frenzy every time you throw something in it, man, just throw yourself in it, they'll run away, man. You can go and swimming in the tank. You swim right, they swim left. They run away from you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I don't know why they still have this reputation. I never heard of nobody swimming in the Amazon basin actually getting eaten by a piranha. I never heard that before. So I don't know why they have this vicious reputation. That's just to tell you how television program people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of this one movie, the sale of piranhas in the hobby skyrocketed, and that movie was in 2010 and we're 2024, and it's still carrying weight in the hobby and in people's mind. So you gotta be careful all the things that you watch on these television programming. That's what it's called, television to program your ass. Because at the end of the day, look at them swimming around their food. They're more interested in the camera than actually action. Man, they're pretty though. I like the little black and white tail and the red belly, the bulldog face looking like some aquarium pugs. Even the Oscars swimming around laughing in their tank. So I'm like, this is when I decided, I'm like, I had enough of this crap. I pick it up, throw it in the middle of the tank now, and then say, okay, set up the tripod and leave it, and then I'm gonna see what they do. Maybe because if I'm not in the room, they'll feel more comfortable and they'll eat it. They seem like they're more interested in the camera. Look at them swimming up all close up to the camera. Look at them. Their little beanie-eyed and puggy ass face. Look at them. Look at them. They're more interested in the camera than the discus. They're all gathering around the camera instead of eating their prime time fish fillet. So these are the reason why they're not featured on the on the channel, man, because the reputation, it's a lie. Yeah, it's a disappointment. Even the Oscar in the background, I want to look at these idiots. Look at them. You know that? Look at them. Look at them. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video like that because I can't even voice over no more. But I'm gonna let you. You're gonna have to watch and see how this concludes, because I work so hard. I can't even tell you how it ends, man. I can't even tell you how it ends. You're gonna suffer with me. You're gonna suffer to see how this video ends. So good luck. Like and subscribe if you make it this far. If not, you're gonna have to watch to see how this ends.